Hi, welcome to Math 285 Linear Algebra and Differential Equations. I'm your professor, Hao Nhin Vu, and I look forward to spending 8 weeks doing math with you. Before I get into the details of this class, let's talk generally about how this class works. This is an asynchronous online class. Before the pandemic, you're probably not familiar with that term, but now I think a large number of you have heard that term before. Asynchronous means we don't have a fixed time for anything. Everything that's due in this class is given in as a window of time. So for example, homework and quizzes have due dates and you do them at any time before the due date. Exams are given in a 24-hour window and you do them at any time during that window. Now, what about the classes themselves? This class is run similarly to a flipped classroom in a face-to-face setting. That means you read the book and do the exam problems in there on your own before class. Class consists mainly of you asking questions. If you have questions, ask on the Piazza discussion board. I expect some other students would jump in and answer you. Now, if nobody asks anything about a particular topic, I assume everybody understands it and nobody needs help, then we just move on. So basically, you ask questions and you answer questions, right? Answering questions is also a big part in the learning process. So then what do I do then? What's my role in all this? So these are some of the things that I would do. And you will find that it comes naturally, and it sounds complicated now, but it comes naturally. So number one is that sometimes I can predict a little ahead of time that people may have particular problems with a topic. Then I'll be posting something on Piazza about that. So that's a little equivalent to a flipped classroom face-to-face where instead of jumping in a problem right away, your professor would start class with a short lecture. But it usually isn't a full lecture because it's assumed that you already read the book and tried the problems. Number two, sometimes when people ask a question, it brings up a larger issue. Then I follow up with what could feel also like a short lecture about that larger issue. And sometimes it's some fundamental ideas or some big picture stuff or some interesting application. And in fact, now that we're talking about lectures, they come in two forms. One is a short video, and the second form it comes in is text. So I'll be typing basically a written lecture into Piazza. Okay, so it's not always videos and it's not always written. It's a mix of both. A third thing that I would do is I bring in videos from elsewhere to help you learn the math. And the idea is the internet is full of very good videos. And I often feel like I'm not contributing anything by creating yet another one, right? What's the point of you watching a video of me when there's already a better one out there? So I'll be bringing those videos into class and posting them on Piazza. So for example, you will see that for the linear algebra portion of this class, I'll be bringing in a lot of videos from 3 Blue, 1 Brown. Many of you may be familiar with that YouTube channel already. Okay. And there will be other things I do as well, but those are the main things. What you will not see are full lectures of like a video of 50 minutes, or for that matter, since we're a 5-unit class, like a 2-hour lecture. That's not going to happen. I just happen to think that watching 2 hours of math lecturing online is a total waste of time. Most people don't get what they need out of it. You're a lot better served reading the book and do the examples in it. All right, now moving on to the details, I'll be talking about number one, the textbook, and number two, some website that you will need to do this class. And number three, the requirements for the first day of class and the rest of the schedule as well. And number four, the syllabus. All right, so the textbook, you will find the textbook on the Coastline College bookstore website, and you will see that there are three options here, and only one of them is required. You pick the one, but you don't need to buy all three. The main thing you need is the MyLab access. And other than that, you choose whatever other option for access to the actual book. If you want actual paper book, click on this last option where they come 3-hole punch and you put them in your own binder. If you don't have money to pay for the MyLab access right away, MyLab starts out with a 14-day free trial. So do that first if you don't have the money, or if you're not sure you will be staying in this class. All right, number two, the websites you will need in this class. Our main location is our learning management system, Canvas. It contains a syllabus. This is the home page on Canvas when you first click into this class. It contains a syllabus and almost all the assignments for the class. MyLab is also linked on Canvas. The easy way to get there is to click on the assignment itself. Um, you can also click on MyLab and Mastering to access it. It's a little bit longer way, but it has a couple extra features if you're interested in those kinds of things. All right, now there are other outside websites. First of all, our discussion board. Our discussion board is Piazza. By I think Tuesday, I'm hoping to get Piazza integrated on Canvas so that there will be a button on Canvas for Piazza that links on. But until then, you need to get on piazza.com and access it there. I will be putting the link for our Piazza site in the video description. If you already have a Piazza account from your home college, you can continue using that with a caveat. I'll talk about that caveat shortly. Another website that you will also need is Gradescope. And the sign-in link will be in your in the description as well. And again, if you already use Gradescope in your home college, you can continue using that login again with a caveat. And the caveat is this: your name on Piazza, on Canvas, and on Gradescope, all three places, must be the same name. Don't assume that I know things like Bill and Will are the same name. I don't. Okay. Eduardo and Lalo. I'm not supposed to know that they're the same. If you're going to use Lalo everywhere. If you have a maiden name, and you want to use that, but use it everywhere. If you want to use your married name together with your maiden name, fine, do that, but do it everywhere. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is the first day requirement. These are the things you must do the first day of class, meaning on Monday. 1, read all pages of the syllabus. 2, install the proctorial and complete the student learning contract. Number 3, you register for MyLab Math and you do the orientation homework. Again, if you can't pay yet, use the 14-day free trial. Okay. And number 4, go on Piazza and complete a brief bio introducing yourself, including things like what school you're going to, what's your major, and whether or not, what kind of experience you've had with online classes before the syllabus or during this, before the pandemic or during the pandemic. Right? If you don't do all these 4 things on the first day, I assume that you really don't want to stay in this class and I will drop you from the class. All right, and last item on this video is the schedule of things to be done in this summer. Here's the schedule. Okay. That's the first 4 weeks and that's the last 4 weeks. You see that there are things that are due on Saturdays, and there are things that are due on Sundays. That's unavoidable when you have a 5-unit class that's squeezed into 8 weeks. If you don't want to do things on Saturday and Sunday, just get them done earlier. Now, having said that, the homework and quiz, no, just the homework on MATLAB or on my lab can be done late without penalty. But just the homework, the quiz, the paper quiz and the exams are all must be done on that day. You have a window of time to get it done. You have to get it done by that date. Mainly because I need to get it graded and I need to get the answer key posted. So I can't sit around and wait for people to do things late. Right? Okay, so those are the things that I thought you need to know before class starts on Monday. There are other important information, and you need to read the syllabus to get all the important information. There are items on there that answer most of your questions. So when you ask me some of those questions, I can tell that, ooh, this person didn't read the syllabus. So yeah, read the syllabus, right? And I will see you online on Monday. Have a good weekend.